I've been talking away and I forgot to add myself to the stream. Okay, well, hi everybody. Oh dear. Um, yeah, that was fun. You guys should be able to see me now. Yep, you can see me now. Hi guys. I was just saying I don't know who all's coming up. I sent everybody links, but you know how on Messenger and Facebook, if you look, you can see if people have seen your links and or seen your last message, and it doesn't look like anybody's even looked. So they might not be expecting me to go tonight for some reason. So I don't know if anybody's coming or not. We shall just have to wait and see. You guys might be stuck with me for a while. But yeah, the blank screen was because, in StreamYard you actually have to add yourself to the stream, and I didn't do that, so there was nobody up. So obviously I'm not doing really good today, Kat. Maybe I need more coffee or something because I was not doing very good. Hi Daniel, hi Kat, hi Trash Cat, Travis Myers, hi Sky Dancer, hi. I'm going to add the link, and if anybody wants to come up, they certainly are welcome, because I hate being up totally by myself, but it looks like that might be the case for a while. And then I'll pin that up at the top. Did I say hi to Sky Dancer? I don't remember. And I know I said hi to Kat and Daniel and Grasshopper. I don't know if I said hi to Grasshopper or not. So, okay, so I'm going to go back over to StreamYard in case anybody shows up. But nope, nobody's here. I don't know where Bob is. I don't know where. Ed probably wasn't expecting to go tonight because I don't always invite him to the middle of the week ones, because I hate to bug him all the time because he does a lot of streams too. And Michael and Sarah, Blacky and Sarah should be coming up, but they might be late. Let me see if they have even seen the. Oh, Michael's seen or Blacky. Blacky has seen the link, so he'll probably, but he hasn't said anything, so we'll just have to wait and see. Oh, and there is Way Grasshopper. Oh, we got a puppy. Hi, puppy.
Name is Amy.
Amy? Oh, that's right. I did a drawing of Amy.
No,
Annie.
Annie
No,
was.
that was Annie. Annie was the one that
Yeah.
the drawing, which, by the way, is on its way to you.
Hold on, let me.
Annie was the one that I did.
There we go.
This is you. So you got a new puppy.
Yep. Annie. Unfortunately, Annie did pass away.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
And I finally am able to. I mean, I've not moved on, but get another dog.
Yeah, it doesn't. You never totally. If you got a really, really good dog, especially, you're not ever gonna forget it. Never. And you aren't. When you get like when I got Star, there's no way in hell I was replacing Buddy. But you need a companion anyway. So even if they're different, you can love them too. But that doesn't. It's absolutely no disrespect for the one that you lost.
Yeah. No, she's still have to do all the training and everything.
Yeah.
She doesn't know how to walk on a leash. She freezes up.
She's like, but your nose smells good. Oh.
Yeah, I think she's a Belgian Malinois and a Shepherd mix.
Ah,
If you look at the face, how black the face is black,
yeah, and
And she's brindled.
and the ears
That's
look very shepherdy. Young
Yeah,
shepherd.
the ears are not like Malinois' ears are much more pointy, but the black face definitely indicates that there's some Belgian Malinois in it. But yeah, she's a Shepherd mix, but and she has that brindle color which Malinois have. So yeah.
Very cool. How long have you had her?
What time is it?
You just got her
Yeah,
today?
yeah, we got her today.
Oh wow.
Yep, we went and got. Hey, Kenny E.
Hi, Ken.
We got. Yeah, we picked her up and took her to PetSmart and yeah, got her
collar and all that stuff.
food bowls and dog food and her puppy food and
Yeah.
yeah.
Very awesome.
But yeah, but she's a cutie. But she was actually going to get put down
No.
because she had parvo before, and usually when they're that young and they get parvo, shelters usually put the dog down. But they ended up treating her, and she pulled through. Don't have it anymore. So yeah, yeah. Baby Fernando. But here, come on, Amy, come on. All right. Hey, Bob. Okay,
Oh my
well,
gosh.
I feel massively uncomfortable and my hair sucks and I suck. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're so funny.
But I'll make room for Bob.
There's
Plus
some,
Bob
there's
intimidates.
there's room for both of you.
Plus Bob intimidates me, and don't tell him that.
Oh, okay. We can blame it on Bob then.
Mwah, Bob. No problem, cat. All right, well, Bob.
Well, thanks for
get on
showing us
stream.
the new puppy.
Well, I wanted to. I had to show you guys.
Well, yeah.
I'm probably gonna make some YouTube shorts or something like that on how cute she is, but I haven't done that yet. So yeah. All right. Well, take care.
Okay.
Bob,
Bye.
you're requested on camera. Bye.
Okay, back to myself again. Not coming up, catching up on tanks and reptiles. Okay. Well, I know that needs to be done sometimes, so I'm kind of like working on a little drawing. So I should probably quit that so that I can pay more attention to what's going on in life around me, huh? So that answers that question. Bob is not coming up, and I don't know about anybody else yet, so we shall just have to wait and see. Okay, I think that goes like that. And then we got the other eyes right there. And then we come out with that right there. And I'll show you a couple little drawings that I have if anybody's interested in it. And I'm not sure, the one that I did, I don't really like it because I was trying to get like it's a shrimp, and I was trying to get the translucent feel to it, And instead, I just didn't really get enough sharp detail in it, but I'll show it to you guys. And if anybody's interested in it, let me know. It's an Amano shrimp. Like I said, I don't really love it, but I'll show it to you guys anyway. And then the owl that I started a couple days ago, the great horned owl. And these are both small cards. So if anybody's interested, just throw out a bid. And then I also have this one here that I still need to sell if anybody's interested in it. It is the elk butt. And I'm not getting past the shine very good on it, but legs, body, butt, head, horns. So there's the elk butt. And I am started on a little drawing I'm going to work on tonight, hopefully, if somebody else comes in here to talk. It is a young, not mature, bighorn sheep. And I'm just kind of getting it laid out right now. But I guess I can show you guys what I got so far on it. I'm kind of laying it in where everything goes on it. I guess you can kind of see it. Okay. Nice hooters. Hi, Scuba Steve. Sandy, hi. Daniken, hi. Butts. Yeah, not much has changed. I still do butts. And that's a horny drawing yet. It's a bighorn cat. A bighorn sheep. But not like, it doesn't have like the curl going on yet or anything, because it's still a young one. Fairly young one. So, let me see here. That should actually be up a little bit higher there. And then that comes out more like that. Out like that. And then the horns start right about there. And I know I'm talking to myself here, which I do when I'm laying it out, so I don't mess up too bad. And then the shadow should be right about there. And like I say, it doesn't have, the curl is not going on yet on this one because it's fairly young, so. But I still like the expression on its face, so I decided to do a little drawing of it. And I like its eye, because eyes are cool, you know. Now we got some shadow there. And then its little chin comes down right there. And I'm going to sneeze. I'm Babbling Creek. So I should like talk to people instead of like doing this right now, huh? That's about right there though. I get started on something that's hard to put the pencil down, but I need to put the pencil down and pay attention. At least until somebody else comes up here to talk. Okay, I'm gonna put the drawing down for a minute. And see what's going on in the chat. Turning out to be like an old stream, yep. That's it. Getting some of the old timers. And there's a fly in here, which I suppose is normal too. Oh. And I suppose I could tell a story or something while we wait for somebody to come in. That would make it really old-timey. And I don't know. Like I say, I think that Sarah and Blackie are going to be in, but they're always a little bit later, especially since daylight savings time. Peplin Creek, hello. Chat's kind of flying by. Thank you, Kat. I need to be in StreamYard. Okay. Yeah, that was it. Okay. The good old days, yep. So does anybody have anything exciting going on in their lives to talk about? There's not much going on here. It's like 27 degrees, which is warmer than it has been for a while. And I haven't really done anything other than I went to the post office. I spent all my money there because that's what happens when you go to the post office. And other than that, just working and painting and drawing and all that good stuff. Went for a walk in the warm sun today. That was awesome. Does sound awesome. You're going saltwater? Just got the tank filled after 2 years of emptiness. Awesome. So if you just filled it up, I imagine you got to sit and let it age for a little while. And Bob says he's trying to water change 21 tanks at 11:30 at night. Very nice. Wasn't that warm enough to go for a walk here. I'll tell you what, the wind was blowing and it was cold. I think we had a high of like maybe 37 or something like that today. But if someone gives me a subject, I can talk about something while we wait for somebody to get here so I'm not boring everybody to death. Bob, you're good at coming up with a subject. Or not. Oh, for goodness sakes. I'm trying to get over to see what the weather was, or it is going to be. $27 degrees right now. It says we had a high of 40 today, so warmer than normal for this time of year. We got a couple days coming where it's going to get up to 40, and then a bunch of days where the high is going to be 25 and 26. So yeah, Wyoming. How does a bear become a rescue in the park? It just depends. The different ones have been brought in for different ways, Like during the time when I was there were several babies brought in. One of them, its mother had just abandoned it. That was Lucy. And it was found up in Alaska in somebody's smoke shed, and it was almost dead. Oh, that sounds like fun, Jesse. And so they called and asked if the the rescue place that I worked at had room, and they did, so they went up and picked her up. And Lucy was the one that was, like, as she grew, they wanted to tame her like they did Brutus, where they could use her in commercials and stuff like that. But she acted kind of odd, like she would be really good and learning, and then all of a sudden she would turn on them and attack them and just act like she was just going to kill everybody. And so they kind of gave up on that idea. But she always was. They would put her out with Brutus to play, because they always paired up the bears that got along together, so they could have, like, I think about 4 hours of playtime for each pair of bears. So they paired her up with Brutus, because Brutus just was in love with her when she was a baby. And one day, when she was about half grown, she turned on Brutus and tried to kill him, and poor Brutus was so confused, and they were going to, like, hit her with a tranquilizer dart because she was really attacking him. And then all of a sudden she just snapped out of it and was fine. So they called the vet, and the vet recommended that they take her to Washington State, because they have a MRI machine that is big enough to take a grizzly bear in it at I think at one of the colleges there in Washington State. But anyway, so they hauled her there, and they found she had 2 brain tumors, one on each side. And she had probably had them since she was a baby. And personally, I think that that's probably why the mother abandoned her in the first place. But anyway, yeah, she didn't live for too much longer after that, because they were inoperable. So that was poor little Lucy. And then they got another bear, another cub, that when I was there, Bella, to whom I've done quite a few drawings of Bella too. And Bella was found in a tree, and somebody in Alaska. She was up in a tree, and somebody reported her, and the Fish and Game just like kept an eye on her. And after 4 days, she was still up in the tree. Her mother wasn't coming back, so they had to tranquilize her and get her down out of the tree. And then my friends went up and picked her up, and Bella was like a pretty normal grizzly bear, except for one thing, and that was that she loved to climb everything. They had to be really careful because she was always climbing everything. And I think that's why she was up in the tree, and maybe why her mother just left her behind, because she wouldn't come out of the tree. Oh, because they had to call the vet to tranquilize her a couple of times when she climbed up on stuff and wouldn't come down. So yeah, but Bella's grown up now. And they have a new guy, I don't remember his name, a new cub, and I have not met him yet. But they do have a new one. And then the other thing, what other times have we gotten bears in there? We got one pair of sisters that were in Texas, 2 sister grizzly bears. And that was Sheena and her sister. And I don't remember her sister, or Cindy. I think it was Cindy was her sister. But this guy had them in 2 grizzly bear cubs that were, well, they were 2 or 3 years old, so they were mostly grown. But they were in a cage in his backyard. A cage that was like 6 feet long. It was a dog crate. Basically, this guy had 2 young grizzly bears stuffed into a dog crate. Hi, Crown Tail. So they went and got them, and Cindy died a year or 2 later from leukemia. And because bears can get a lot of the same diseases as we can. And Sheena, I think that she just died like this year, but she was like getting up there. She was like 28 years old or something like that. It depends on where you are. There's a lot of black bears on the East Coast, and there's some black bears around here too. Grizzly bears anymore, they're extinct in a lot of areas where they used to be, but there's still quite a few that you can see out in the wild in Wyoming and Montana. I think maybe some in Idaho. But black bears are pretty much, like they're coast to coast. And it just depends. Sometimes you see them, and some places you see too many of them, and other places they're there, but you hardly ever see them. So if you go to Yellowstone Park and you know where to look, I can always find a bear there. Because I know where the grizzly bears usually are and where the black bears usually are. So, yeah, there's grizzly bears in Canada too, definitely, in British Columbia. Most definitely. Although, I'm not sure if they still are called grizzly bears or if they're brown bears up there, because the brown bears are in the same family as grizzly bears, but they're a little bit bigger than the grizzly bears are. I think the grizzly bears are mostly in the lower 48. Yeah, you have tons of black bears around there. Yep. Yep. Yeah, they go, black bears are pretty much coast to coast. But the brown bears up in British Columbia are bigger than grizzly bears are in the lower 48. They're bigger up close. Oh yeah, I've seen some really big black bears. I mean, monstrously big. I've seen some smaller ones, but I've seen a couple big old males that were absolutely huge. Hi, Cora Works. Yeah, I've been seeing reports of hybrids between the polar bears and grizzlies too, as the weather changes and they're running into each other. Are bears born hairless? Actually, I think that they are, because they're born in the middle of winter when the female's hibernating, and they're just like these naked little things that crawl up on the belly and start nursing. We saw a silver-tip grizzly in the Alpine on a hiking trip. Yeah, see, that would probably scare me, because if I see a grizzly in the wild, I want to be close to my truck so I can climb in the truck. Oh, yeah, they do. And tourists get out of their cars here for bears, like they do there for bison. They do for bears here, too. In Yellowstone, if you come across a huge pile up of cars parked on the side of the road and stuff, they call it a bear jam, for the reason that it's probably a bear, and all the tourists have pulled over and stopped in the middle of the road and all that stuff. So yeah, bear jams are a pretty common thing in Yellowstone. If there's a bear, there's going to be a bear jam. They're more bad tempered than black bears. Black bears can kill people too, and they do once in a while. But the grizzly are definitely a little bit more foul tempered. And the difference, if you see a grizzly bear, like in the wild, like if you're out hiking, you handle it totally different too, because a black bear, if you run into a black bear, you want to act like you're big and intimidate them, and they will usually leave. A grizzly bear, you don't want to intimidate them, because they're going to fight you. They're going to show you that they're the boss. So you don't look them in the eye, and you slowly back up. And if they start towards you, you play dead. Whereas black bears and cougars, you want to intimidate and make yourself look as big as possible and that kind of stuff. But you don't want to do that with a grizzly bear, because the grizzly bear is going to say, "Oh yeah, you think you're tough? Let's just see about this." Uh, what do you do to a moose? You try not to let them see you. You hold still, you freeze, you climb a tree if they start charging you. Moose actually kill more people in North America than any other animal. Moose is the #1 man killer. Moose are very large, and they are not carnivorous, but they will stomp you to death. And they are extremely foul-tempered. So you don't really have to do anything to piss a moose off. They will just get pissed off. So, like, I remember my dad one time, when I was a kid, we were going through Yellowstone, and he got out to take a picture of a moose, and the moose started charging him. And I remember watching from the car him, like, dodging behind trees, like pole pines, and trying to keep a tree in between him and the moose at all times till it finally gave up. But yeah, moose are not pets, and they are very large. Oh my God, if you ever get up next to a moose, you will be surprised at how damn big they are. Moose will ram a vehicle, yeah, so will elk. I've seen elk do it too, like a bull elk when they're in rut. There was a film I watched one time of, bull elk in Yellowstone. And he was in the park. I recognized where he was because I go there all the time. But he was in the park in Mammoth. And a bunch of cars were like circling around the park, and people were like taking pictures of him and stuff. And he saw his reflection in a nice shiny Suburban and just ran the hell out of that car. He was like going after his reflection. Because it was that time of year, and he thought it was another male when he saw his reflection. I've also saw up in northern Montana, these people lived way out in the country, and they heard crashing and one of their windows breaking and stuff. And they ran outside, and what it was a bighorn sheep. And it was breeding season, and he was walking by and happened to see his reflection in one of their big windows. And he broke it. Important tip, don't go out in the wild. Oh, yeah, a lot of people, the chances of running across something that's going to try to kill you is fairly slim, but yeah. Yep, you don't want them, when an animal's in rut, their reflection looks like another male to them, so yeah. Is meese the plural of moose? No. Mises. It's Mises. Hi, Honda. How are you tonight? I'm just kind of up here by myself right now, waiting to see if anybody else is going to come in. I'll give it a little bit more time before I give up on people and call it a night. Vroom, vroom, Honda. Star is feeling better now than she was. She was like really sore and very grumpy and whining about everything because I do believe that Mario kicked the shit out of her. I think they got into it back on my bed, and Mario won. Although there was a clump of hair back on my bed from Mario that was like obviously like pulled out. You know, it had the roots and everything with it, like a whole clump pulled out. So I don't know who started it, but I would say Mario finished it because poor Star was like really sore and not wanting anything to do with that cat at all. And very yipey. Oh my goodness, I can't get this pencil sharpened. Okay, so what do we talk about now? Anybody want to come up? The link is posted at the top. I'm kind of half-assed working on this drawing. I'm going to like kind of work on it while I talk to you guys. Oh dear, that was like way too dark, too low. Not a good thing. But gotta do that. And then like that. And probably that. I'm working on the eye of the young bighorn sheep. I had a bighorn sheep ram that was thinking about attacking me one time too, because it was breeding season, and he had found himself this cute little ewe and was guarding her, and I stopped to get some pictures, and he was giving me the evil eye, and my truck, the evil eye. So I got out to take some pictures of him, but I did stay close to my truck because he was on the brink of deciding whether he wanted to kill me or not. Aqua Balls, hello. You're cooking in the kitchen and not outside? I'm in the wild almost daily, but not much can kill you here. Yeah, but I bet your weather is wonderful there right now. It's 25 here right now. The fruitless flies were a lifesaver. I still remember Candy calling him that. Fruitless fruit flies. Need some yeller. Oh, you got some more millipedes? Oh, here I am ignoring everybody because I'm looking down at my drawing again. What do we got here? I heard a ding. Sarah messaged my group. She just got home and she'll be up in a second. Yay! But yay, save me. Save me, save me. Still raining there? Oh, we've got a little bit of snow on the ground. Not much, but a dusting. Just a dusting of snow, but it hasn't gone anywhere. Bob messaged me. Oh, he sent me a film. Moose chases grizzly away from cabs in Montana Park. I'm not surprised because moose are the meanest thing out there. I mean, you wouldn't think they would be, but moose are a lot bigger than you think. And like I say, they are bad tempered, and especially a cow moose that has her babies, you had better watch your ass. Oh, let me see. Oh, nope, I thought Sarah had come up, but it was a false alarm. Not yet, but she's coming. She's coming. I don't know where Blacky is. He might be tied up with his parents, which is why he's not streaming himself, is because he had a lot going on. So I'm not surprised or insulted that he hasn't come up yet, because I'm taking his spot because he's busy, you know. I need to do this. Oh yeah, moose are definitely bigger than horses. Even elk. If you get right up next to an elk, like I've driven right up next to him and waited for him to cross the road and stuff before, and it's like I'm in a 4-wheel drive truck and I'm looking up at this damn elk. I mean, and elk aren't even as big as moose are, and like I say, elk are a lot bigger than you think they are. But moose can be absolutely ginormous. And absolutely meaner than shit too. Like I say, moose can kill you. And they are, which I remember reading this years ago and it kind of surprised me, they are the #1 man killer in North America. And the #1 man killer in like Africa kind of surprised me too. The #1 man killer in Africa is not, like I would have guessed. If I was going to guess, I would have guessed the alligator, but nope. The #1 man killer in Africa is the hippopotamus. So an animal doesn't necessarily have to be a predator to be extremely dangerous. I heard the dinger go off with another message, but I'm like right in the middle of detailing an eye, so give me a minute, whoever sent me a message. Okay. Let me see here. Oh, I think it was Sarah laughing at me because I sent her a message that said, "Save me, save me." Yeah, we need a little bit of sparkle in that eye because, you know, you always need a little bit of sparkle. Oh, now it looks crazy. Maybe too much sparkle. I use them to feed my poison dart frogs. Oh, you have 8 of them now? Cool. I've always wanted to get some, but I haven't yet. They're on my want list. I'll show you guys the eye. There's the eye. A little bit weird looking, but I might have to change it as I get more of it. Then we'll see. There's Sarah. Yay! Hello.
Hi.
Thank you for coming up. It's just been me for like almost an hour, and everybody's like going, why doesn't somebody else go up there with her? Sam was up here for a little bit, but yeah.
Sorry, I've done my trick where I like ruin the screen as soon as I come on. Okay, I'm back. That sounds like my nightmare, being all alone.
I know. It's like, oh my God, everybody's looking at me because there's nobody else up here.
Oh, goodness me.
Everybody's saying idea.
Hi.
And there is Andrew. Hi, Andrew. I haven't seen you for a while. Andrew's Gnomes Trucking Express. I haven't seen you on the Frostmare channel for a while, Andrew. I'm probably just missing you, though. So what are you going to work on tonight? I've got a little drawing of a young bighorn sheep that I'm starting.
That looks very good.
Not yet, but we'll see how it goes.
I like the promise of those big horns.
Yeah, it's a young one, though, so it doesn't have like the big, huge curl or anything, but it's getting there. It's getting horns, but...
Yeah. I don't know what I'm going to do. I did literally walk in the house and I've rushed in. We're still in the bedroom today because I'm just lazy and I never moved all my stuff out of here. But now my bedroom is messier and there's like an extra bed on the floor because it was so hot that then all my kids want to sleep in the bedroom with me because this is the one cool room of the house. So
yeah, you were saying it's the coolest room in the house.
So I don't know. It feels like it warms up significantly when all of the people are in it together. But
well, it's about 25 here, 25 degrees Fahrenheit, which would be, I don't know what that is Celsius, but it's minus something.
Well, it's thankfully not very hot today. It's just it's a rainy day here, which is very nice. It's a nice change.
Yeah.
Just because it's cooling everything back down after our summery feeling autumny days. And I don't know what I'm gonna do, but
minus 4. It's -4 Celsius here right now.
That's almost comfortable, isn't it?
Yeah. It's warmer than it is a lot of times this time of year, so.
Yeah, it sounds a lot warmer than any of the other temperatures you've said it is. Any of the other times.
Like -40 and stuff, yeah.
That's hectic. That's very, very cold.
Oh, last week you spent the night in the Cheyenne, Wyoming terminal. Awesome. The roads are mostly open now. They aren't closed as often anyway. Yeah, Jesse, I know. 77 degrees in Hawaii.
What's that? That's like comfortable, isn't it? That's like
77 is like almost, it's warm. It's nice and warm, like going to the beach weather, but not hot.
Yeah.
But then Jesse's in Hawaii, so he doesn't know what cold is.
But does it get uncomfortably hot there?
I'm not really sure. I don't think it doesn't get as bad as it does like in Arizona and places like that. I think Hawaii's just kind of in the, most of the time it's in the nice range.
Love.
Yeah, I-80 has been closed quite a bit. It hasn't been for the last few days, but we've had quite a few little storms where I-80 was closed for a couple of days. Interstate 80 runs all the way across Wyoming on the bottom, like in southern Wyoming. It goes from border to border, and in the wintertime it closes fairly often. Yeah, Jesse says 91 once in a great while, which 91 is hot, but that's not even as hot as it gets like Arizona and Utah and stuff.
And is it both like humid heat? Like, because I know that where we are, like, it's really hot and it's really, really humid. Like, really humid. But a lot of places get really hot, but they're very dry, and so it's a different experience, I guess, altogether. I feel like I imagine that it would be humid heat in Hawaii.
Yeah. We don't normally get that hot in the summer, but occasionally we'll get up over 80. Last summer was unusually hot. We went like a month where it was like between 80 and 85 every day, which is just really, that's really hot for here. But in the wintertime, Wyoming gets so cold that if you have a wet fart, your butt cheeks are going to be frozen together. That's how cold it gets there.
I really enjoy that. It's just hard because here I'm just.
Oh, that's awesome, Jesse.
For cold. I want cold and cold and cold. I want to have to light my fires and wear big woolly things.
Yeah. I actually prefer cold to hot. I don't like being super cold, but you can put on coats and gloves and heavy socks and all that stuff when it gets cold. But when it's hot, you just got to sit there and die. There's not much you can do about it.
Yeah. And I feel like when it's really cold, because like if you've got stuff to do and it's cold, admittedly, I've never been as cold as it gets where you are. But when it's like freezing cold, I can start doing stuff and I can warm up, but I can clean things and move things and do lots of stuff and it's bearable. But when it's really hot, I just can't do anything.
Yeah.
It's like walk from one side of the house to the other, and now I'm going to melt into a puddle.
Yep. Yeah.
So you can do a lot more in the cold weather.
Oh, bye. Bye, Jesse. It was great seeing you. We got to see some videos and stuff from you again now. Hey, Blackie.
Hello there.
I am so glad to see you guys. I have been up here by myself for an hour. And it was extremely cringy, you know. You know how it is when I just do nothing but talk. It's like very cringeworthy. I'm working on a little 5x7 of a young bighorn sheep.
Nice. G'day, Kat. Hi, bye, Jesse. It's probably already gone. Trav, how's it going?
GRB, hello.
I have to get my license sorted.
Trash cat.
Yeah, sure you guys did. You're just always so polite that you aren't gonna like, I'm just lucky I can't see you guys yawning, huh? Well, do you have anything that you want to like put up for auction and see if anybody wants to bid on tonight, Sarah?
I'm happy to. I'm just starting on a new little guy. I always do that. It's just white. There's nothing on there. Starting on a little guy.
Oh, nice.
But I mean, I'm happy to. I'm always happy to. Unless I really,
I know because
really
I
don't want
put
to.
everybody to sleep, huh, Trash Cat? Trash Cat says I should do YouTube bedtime stories. That's how boring I am. Everybody goes to sleep when I'm talking.
I was going to tell stories, children's stories, on Mikey's channel at one point.
Were you?
I was going to read some of the kids' books that I like. I was. I still could. I think that they're really good stories, but,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the right audience.
What are you doing, Blackie?
Well, someone gave me the opportunity earlier today to repair one of my Legos.
That was so kind of them, wasn't it? That was a really
kind.
nice thing for them to do for you, I think.
It normally lives basically straight up on the cupboard behind me, and Sarah was here this morning whipping her hair around in a fury and took it down off the cupboard onto the floor.
Oh, no. I won't ask what she was doing. I don't want to know.
I think she was just letting her hair down.
Yeah, I was.
Literally.
I was quite literally just trying to take the hair tie out of it, but it's quite long. And so as I pull it out, it gets higher and higher. So I sort of did one of these ones. And
and you hit it. Oh, dear.
Lucky, I don't mind rebuilding Lego. In it. Maybe.
yeah, I wondered for a minute whether I should try and put it back together myself, but
Steal the fun from me.
I know, right? I would not do that. I also, didn't know if I could be bothered trying to work out where the pieces were missing from, but
Yeah, well, I actually had to get the manual out to find out where they went. I had an inkling suspicion, but I decided to back it up with the manual. Yeah, it's obviously landed on its tail end pretty square because all the bits have busted out the middle of the wing at the back. Don't drop
I was
everything.
quite pleased because it was a fall from quite a height and it didn't look destroyed. So
Yeah, to be honest, the one that Abel knocked off the other night had to fall half the distance and it broke more off it.
Oh, wow.
Made by different spaceship building companies, you see, so some are better quality than others. Right, what have I done?
Well, you know what you guys missed earlier?
What did we miss?
Why we came up and showed us his new puppy that he just got today.
Oh, cool.
Oh, I beg your pardon. That does not sound very fair. Did he really? I need to show us his puppy.
What's that?
I don't think that was very kind of him to not show us his puppy.
Well, he showed everybody his puppy at the beginning of my stream. He came up and showed everybody. And it's so cute.
What sort?
Its name is Annie. And it's a shepherd cross.
That's,
And it's got the half floppy ear thing going on.
yeah. They do get those really cute ears, don't they?
Yeah.
We've had a few, like, in our family of shepherd puppies. So they're very, very cute puppy. But
Oh, because he's going to come back on for a second and show the puppy. So I'm going to quit drawing here for a second and wait for him to show up with the puppy.
nice.
Because we must see the puppy. Are you ready, Sarah?
Yes, I'm
Are you
waiting.
ready? There it is.
Aw.
Oh, baby.
Yeah. She's
Baby.
I'm thinking she's part Belgian Malinois because of the black face and the brindle. But they said she's part shepherd at the shelter. So
Oh, when did you get her?
earlier today.
Today.
Mhm.
Look at her! Look at her scared eyes.
Yeah.
You can tell she's new because she's not quite sure of herself yet.
Oh yeah, she was so scared leaving the shelter. She was so used to the kennels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just sitting in the truck, she's just shaking.
You can tell she's not. You can look at her eyes and see she's not totally confident yet, but she'll get there. She'll get there.
Very, very
Yes.
Oh,
sweet baby.
oh, look at the Amy.
Wow.
Beautiful.
All right,
Good work.
Good
all right,
job,
thank you
Owen.
guys.
Good pick.
Thank you. Prairie dog.
Andrew has a female puggle for my co-driver. Had her 8 years and 750,000 miles plus.
Crikey.
Bob has a what is Worm? She's a pug and chihuahua cross.
What's a puggle? Is that a pug and a beagle?
Puggle.
Sounds right. I don't
Maybe
know.
a pug and a beagle? What is a puggle, Andrew?
Got a hole in myself.
Oh no.
I was getting a bit too sensual with my lamb chops last night and snapped a bone and it stabbed straight into my thumb.
Ouch.
Yeah, I didn't notice it until I noticed blood dripping all over my plate and onto the bones I was chewing.
Eh. A chug. That's right. A chug. Worm is a chug.
Ah,
And that's a chihuahua and a pug, is it?
Yep. Yep. I can never remember all the fancy names for them. Heck, I have trouble remembering all the fancy names for myself.
Half beagle, half puggy. Ah,
A
yeah,
Lego injury, yep.
not quite. It's in a shit spot too, right on the end of my thumb. I kind of use that quite often, the end of my thumb, for a lot of things. I don't know if I should repair my other broken Lego or keep going with this horrendous thing.
How many broken Legos do you have?
Ah,
How many broken Legos do you have?
just one now that I've successfully repaired the interceptor. But yeah, it's the same sort of thing. It's just got a couple of bits knocked off, so it should be quite an easy fix as long as I can find where the bits come from. And that's right, you use the end of your thumb when you're rolling smokes as well.
It is fun, isn't it, when you have an injury and you start realizing all the things you use that particular body part for
Yeah.
that you never usually notice.
Yep, that's true.
Funny that.
When I hurt my arm, when I fell down and hurt my arm really bad, you don't realize how much. I mean, it seems like you could do everything one arm, but you don't know how much you use that second arm for balance until you've actually hurt it. And then it's like extreme pain every time you go to go from a sitting position to a standing up position because you're using that other arm for balance all the
It's
time.
still moving and tensing and stuff.
Yeah.
I remember being really surprised, and this is not from an injury, but when I had babies, and so you've always got like a baby in one arm, how many things like I couldn't do, like you can't butter a piece of toast with one arm.
Yeah.
That had never occurred to me before. I was like, it's okay, I can go and make a piece of toast. I've got an arm, I've got a functioning arm, but you just like shove the toast around on the plate is what you do.
Or you just get a jar of ghee and just dip your toasted bread into the ghee and eat it like that. That'd be all right, wouldn't it?
Delicious. But also it depends what time of the year it is. Because to be honest, like even not very long ago, my ghee was solid. I can't remember. Because I remember pulling one out that I decided was too old and I threw it away. So, because like my coconut oil, you can tell the temperature, like solidifies and liquefies really quickly, responding to the temperature. But yeah, that ghee was definitely
Bit too coag.
Yeah, you wouldn't have been dipping no toast in that. Even though, I mean, that does sound pretty gross. So I did get quite good at doing things one-handed. I probably lost a lot of those skills.
Those are the motherhood skills.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you get, like, I've lost all my strength too. Like, I was very strong from carrying kids all of the time.
Yeah.
But what else I'd noticed that I'd lost, and I didn't really think about it, so it's probably been gone for a while now because my kids are a fair bit older, but I realized I didn't notice it going, is when I had little kids and then I'd go out and about, like waiting in the line at the shop or something. If they weren't with me, I'd still like do the bounce, because, you know, when you've got them, you've got to just keep bouncing them. So for
Yeah.
ages after they didn't need bouncing, or when I didn't have them with me, I'd still notice myself, like, yeah, at the shops and stuff doing a bounce.
Pavlov lady bounce.
Yeah, it wasn't very long ago. I like noticed a lady doing it at the shops, and I was like, "Oh wow, yeah, I don't do that anymore." Nice.
Well, I have 2 little cards for sale tonight. If anybody's interested in bidding anything on them, just throw it out there. We have a shrimp
Nice.
Super.
and great horned owl. So if anybody's interested, throw a bid out. And if not, we'll just wait for another night. I also still have the elk, because I haven't really been putting it out there, but I do have this elk. It's an 8x10, matted to an 11x14. And that's what I've got. It seems like designer breeds have been the thing for a while. Yeah, I remember one of my neighbors had a really cute dog. I won't say little because that thing was huge, but it was half golden retriever and half standard poodle. And it was just this big mass of curls and huge feet. Absolutely huge feet.
Were they blonde curls?
No, it was like chocolate colored.
Yeah, right.
But that thing was huge and just always had this big smile on its face. And yeah. And puppy attitude. Happy all the time. Dumber than a board.
My dog is supposed to be smart, and she kind of is, but she's just such a dickhead that she doesn't stop to think. Like, she technically is smart, but she's just like 2 steps ahead of herself into everything. But she's got poodle and Labrador in her, and yeah, she's ridiculous. The most ridiculous creature. I have never had a dog this stupid, and she's meant to be like a really smart dog. Well, like I said, she kind of isn't dumb. She's just like gets ahead of herself.
Yeah. Well, the neighbor's dog was just like really happy-go-lucky all the time. Oh my gosh. But I had a dog at the time that was a German Shepherd and Rhodesian Ridgeback cross.
Oh, nice.
And his name was Fred. And I was taking him for a walk one day. And it was really, really cold and icy out. The roads were like just a sheet of ice. And I was walking him on a leash. And I was about a block from home. And here comes the neighbor's puppy, that huge ass puppy on a dead run. And he was so excited, and he ran in between Fred and I and caught the leash. And as fast as you can snap your fingers, I was down and hit my forehead on the pavement. And it hurt so bad, and my hand was, and I had the leash wrapped around my hand, which is a big no-no, but that's the way I was walking him. And I just like unwrapped the leash from my hand and let him go home. And then I stood up and followed really slowly, but I got home and I had a great big apple on my forehead, 2 black eyes, and my hand was so swelled up the next day and black. My hand was totally black. Both sides of my head were black. And I can still see it. I actually, one of my knuckles got shoved way back from where it's supposed to be on my hand, and it's still that way. But yeah, I was in pain for a long time from that one. Oh, hey George.
That's kind of what I get worried about with my dog. If she's not restrained, is that she's going to knock someone down, or she sees kids and she loves kids, so she gets really excited and she wants to run up to the kids. And
yeah, the dog wasn't trying to hurt me on purpose. It was so excited and just knocked me down so fast. And I would say it knocked me on my ass, but it didn't, because I hit my forehead first. Just wham on my head. And it actually, I'm pretty sure I had a slight concussion, because about a week later, this was on Cape Cod, and about a week later I was walking on the beach and I just passed out. It just like, I was on the ground.
Wow.
So I think I had like a slight concussion too. But I had these black eyes and, like I say, a great big apple on my forehead, and my hand was so messed up. It was so messed up. I couldn't even put my fingers together. The swelling was so bad. All 5 fingers were just spread out, and it was black on my palm and on top of my hand. And when the swelling went down, I could see that one of my knuckles was like shoved up about a good close to half an inch from where it should be. It's shoved back. So yeah, it was not fun. Dogs. Oh, very good. I love them. Let me blow you up.
Cute.
Oh, very cute. Very cute.
I've been like, when I'm at work and I doodle, this guy's been like showing up on all my work papers, peeking over all the numbers and calculations that I also write on my paper. So I'm glad I did him on a good piece.
I wish you would have been here earlier when we could have tried to do a little auction suite. They had almost 30 people earlier. Now we're down to, I think I bored everybody, and now we're only like 15, 16 people. I think I killed everybody.
Oh. Well, you know, I'm more than happy to put something up if it's not, you know, putting it down people's throats. I don't know if there's anybody interested in anything right now, but it doesn't hurt to throw them up there. No. Well, of this little guy, and it's pretty cute. So I would offer him up. Sweetheart. Oh, it's just me. It's hard to see him.
He's awesome. So if anybody's interested, throw out a bid. And if not, we can try again when I stream Saturday night. Yeah, there's the puppies.
Yeah.
Like I say, we started out like between 25 and 30 people here, but in the stream, but I think I've like bored everybody when I was up here all by myself. I ran everybody away, Blackie. I scared everybody.
Yeah, well, it's now that the daylight savings changed, it's not a great hour of the day for me to be
Oh
starting.
yeah, I can totally understand that too. It kind of sucks.
Yeah, it's hard. Like me too. I just like gotten into the flow of the timing being, you know, just
Yeah,
right to start it. That was like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. But now this hour earlier, it's really hard for me to
yep.
make it.
And I can totally understand that because daylight savings time just kind of screwed everything up.
But
Yeah.
the other thing is that we're going to get even worse. So I'm going to have to work out what to do about that because our daylight savings will end soon, which means that we will go back
Another
again.
one.
Oh no. So that's going to make it even worse, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like I might just have to, like I could get up at this time on this day if I don't do other things in the day. On the Sunday, I don't know how that will go because like I've just gotten the kids in the thing. It's like that end of the afternoon and they accept me going on now. But we'll see. Are you still drawing on your one, Mikey?
Yeah.
There's Mike and Jeff Kane. Grasshopper says, welcome back to the world of the living, Mike. And Mike says, not much has changed, it seems. And Mike is going in for surgery Monday. So everybody will have to keep him in your thoughts on Monday.
What? Bit of that.
I hate it when I'm drawing away and putting in details and I realize that something's a little bit off, like I need to move a major body part over a little bit. It's like, well, I didn't lay this one out very good, did I? That's why I always try to kind of basically lay them out before I start putting in detail, but sometimes they aren't exactly perfect. And I have to change them mid-drawing, which is not always fun to do. But that's what erasers were invented for, right?
That's right. plan what my drawings are going to be, because when
Yeah.
I just do a terrible job. So I do
Well,
that, but that's like in the magic is that sometimes it comes out and it's just like, I hate it. Whatever happened there was bad and I want it to go away. But sometimes like everything just falls into place and I like it a lot. So
yep.
See you,
But
Dan.
the type of drawings that I do, I can't really do it that way. I have to kind of have it in my head before I start marking on the paper. Check into hospital Monday at 9, surgery at 11. Good night, Daniel. Thanks for coming in. But a lot of times I finish my drawings and I absolutely hate them too. So there you go. We have that much in common.
I mean, I think it goes that way for everyone, but it's hard sometimes because when you see it in yourself, like you understand it, but when you see someone else doesn't like their work, but you look at it, you're like, but that's amazing.
Yeah.
How can you not like it?
Oh, g'day, GRB. I should pay attention to the chat a bit more, shouldn't I?
Yeah. I am.
You're welcome to come up anytime you want to, George. Anytime you're ready, if you want to come up and draw with us, you are more than welcome.
Come and draw. Everyone should come and draw. Hi. Hi, silly girl. What are you doing? Stupid dog. What you doing?
Grasshopper, we're going to have to take you out in the backyard and beat you up. You know that, right?
I think I need a fresh pen. pen is truly quitting on me.
Uh-oh.
All right, I've got a box of something. Well, not a box of new ones, just a box full of pens to go through to hopefully find a better pen. But it's still covered in all my necklaces that I so excitedly brought out the other day to share. And then I shared some, you know, not all of them.
I need to get a few new pencils too. This is all I've got left of this color. That is it.
Very tiny.
And this one here too. They're so big. The colors that I use the most, I usually try to get 3 or 4 at once of them so that I don't run out right away. But sometimes I still do, and sometimes I find a color that I find myself using all the time that I didn't think I would, and so I only got one of it, and then I'm like, ugh.
I used to do that. It's actually much easier since I sort of transitioned to using lots and lots of black pen.
Yeah.
I used to do, I still sometimes do some bits, but I used to do a lot of stuff where I used like an oil stick, an oil pastel, and
Yeah.
there were these ones, and they were really, really expensive for these, and I needed the white ones, and I could go through one whole white one easily in one drawing. And so I'd have to have this huge sort of stash of them, and
Yep.
I was always scared of running out of them, and I would, get down to the last bit where I'm just like smearing the last crumbs of the crayon.
Yeah, I've done that before too.
Oh. So, I'm enjoying just the thing of, just having a fairly standard item that I can use. Even though I do have a couple of different ones, it's still a lot less than all the different colours and everything. And they don't run out quite as fast.
Oh my gosh, did he really? Seriously? Koru says, I let Sam be super mod on my channel and he made hi and Koru into banned words.
Gold. Slick work.
All this time I've been working on this, and this is how much I've got done. Yay. Yay, go me.
I've got another someone coming up, but I don't know.
Did you just start that one too?
Yes.
Smashing it out.
Yeah. You never know with me, or I never know with me, because sometimes I can work and I can just, they just all come out. And other times I'll be, working for hours and hours on something.
Oh, that's me too. I'll look at a drawing and I think, oh my gosh, this one's going to take me a long time, and I get it done really fast. And I think, oh, here's this one will be really simple and quick, and it's like 4 hours later, and I'm still working on the damn thing.
Yes, GRB, that is correct. Or is it Bighorn?
It's a bighorn. But a young one. It doesn't have like the full great big curl or anything yet. But it's getting there, but it doesn't have them yet. No, I've done bighorn butts before. I know that's going to surprise you, but I have actually done bighorn butts before. But this time I'm doing a head.
No, I don't want it. It's good. Livable. That's nice. Really good.
Oh, quit. I didn't even move my foot. What are you yiping for?
The cat looked at him.
That's quite possible. I should have done a bighorn butt.
Legacy Hobbyist. Is that Melvin? Hello, Melvin, if that's you.
Yep, that's Melvin. Hi, Melvin. Trying to figure this out. I think that should have been a little bit over further.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. Huawei, the count might be a little bit out. Rad. That's like flying along.
And yet it actually feeling slow. I mean, to be fair, my hand does move at a frantic pace.
Shit's out of control today.
Has?
Yeah. Imagine how fluffy it'd go on a day like today if I brushed it. It's everywhere. Everywhere.
Everybody's quietly working.
Yeah.
I feel like I've done so much more on this, but it hasn't changed at all. Maybe.
What have you done?
Don't know.
I hope you didn't change the bit. That was my favourite bit.
I don't know which bit that was. Which bit's your favourite bit?
The little mountain. And this very small little mountain of rocks.
This bit over here.
Yeah. That was
I
the
did.
bit that was it. You
I
did
did
change it?
actually a little bit,
Oh,
but
you did.
you probably won't notice what I did to it. Yeah, sorry.
Grasshopper says 407 is his final offer, Blackie.
Not quite sure I believe you. It still keeps going up. The more ink I add to it, the value goes up. No worries, thank you.
I managed to draw and read, like chat at the same time.
Say that again.
I said, do you manage to draw and read chat at the same time?
Not all the time, but sometimes. I find that it helps to stop looking at the page, so it's the logical place to look. When I'm sick of looking at the same spot, trying to wonder where it's going.
Yeah.
And now I've got this spot where I want to paint lines, draw lines, but my hand has to rest on the spiral back of the book, and it becomes an uncomfortable position to sit my hand in.
Yeah.
I have to figure out a workaround on that. I don't know if I can draw lines that way. Maybe that way.
$5 American is roughly $100 Australian.
Pretty close. Keep losing my sight. Can't see so close.
No, might be finished.
Oh, let me blow you up.
Wow.
Oh, so cool. Very nice.
Nice.
Alright. I'm gonna do this. Hi, dog face. What?
So you've done 2 drawings now while I'm still piddling around with this one that I've hardly even got started. See how
That's
you
all right.
are?
I think I've been 4 weeks on this one.
Yeah. I
Wow,
really like
what your inspiration for your art is, Sarah.
Well, the thing is that because I don't really like plan it, it just feels like it comes kind of out of my subconscious. And so what I really like making art is just following that, because if I get in the right frame of mind, then I know exactly what I have to do next. I don't
Yeah.
necessarily know the end. I just know exactly the next move I'm going to make, and exactly the next move. This is really good. So one of my inspirations just for drawing is to feel that, because I don't feel that many other places in my life. I don't know about everyone else. I don't know what to do. I never know what decisions to make. But when I'm drawing, I can just get into that state, I guess. And then all of the creatures that come out tend to feel really familiar, like I know them.
Yeah. Awesome.
And yeah, so that's probably a short way to explain it. I could probably talk about it for ages and come up with all sorts of different, into the depths of why I do things and how it feels and stuff. But I think that's a fairly concise way to put it. And I guess because it's also from the subconscious, but I think that there's all like the input of everything that you see. So I definitely find that, like, besides the fact that I like lots of kind of fantasy stuff, what I really like also is looking at, so I like going out in nature, and I like looking at the textures in like rocks and rotting bones and rotting bits of wood and roots, and the patterns that come like on the surface of the water. And I do spend a lot of time out doing that whenever possible, barking trees and just all of the different things. And they're all these like textures and patterns and things. And I think that also, all of those different things all live inside, and then when I'm drawing, they sort of come out. It's like it filtered through me. Yeah. And like you might not expect it, like when the drawing just looks like something monstrous, that somewhere deep in there's probably inspiration from just like sitting by a river looking at some tree bark. I reckon there is. Yes.
Apparently,
Go on.
apparently, holding a page still is as difficult as buttering toast with a baby in your arm.
Oh.
One-handed, I mean.
Yeah, definitely. It's a similar scenario, really. And I see a comment about my Etsy being empty. Right, it's up there. I really should put some stuff in it, shouldn't I? I've got so much stuff. I just don't have good photos. And every time, so what I do is I pack up all of my stuff, and I decide that I'll like go for a walk down to the creek, and I'll take photos of like all of the things in this nice surroundings, and I'll get all really good photos of all my stuff, and then I'll come back and load them all up onto my store, and then I go down to the creek, and then I like see something, and then I walk over there, and then I walk over there, and then I keep going, and I find rocks that I want to pick up, and I have a swim in the water, and I watch the fish, and I take a walk until my feet are sore, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm really sore and tired and hungry, and I have to go home. And so I do trek home, and then I feel kind of disappointed in myself that I didn't take the pictures. But it's just when I try and take them at home, I've got bad lighting, and it's boring. They would look really nice if I took them down on a rock by the creek.
Yeah.
Plus, I've got to do some more of those embroideries. I've got to pull my stuff out for that. So I don't have any of those to put up at the moment. Yeah. I know, it's the bus. It's okay.
Huawei says it would have been hilarious if you said Bob Ross was your inspiration.
Yeah. I can see that.
I got a couple of very old paintings that hang on my wall in here that are done in that Bob Ross style of not a lot of accuracy, but it still looks like what it is from a distance.
Yeah.
And my son said he likes them, he wants them, but I want Sarah to paint over them instead because they're such nice frames.
Might just wreck them.
Huh?
I might just wreck them.
The frames.
The whole thing.
Let's like whitewash it and start again was my theory.
Yeah, but what if I go over some other thing and just make it crap?
You remember Thomas Kincaid?
Name sounds familiar.
He did like the cabins with the lights in the windows and stuff. Like 10 million different cabins with lights in the windows in the forest and fall colors and stuff.
Picked a lane and stayed in it.
Yeah. Well, one of my daughters one time, she got me pretty good because she sent me a message, said, "Oh my God, Mom, I found a painting that I want so bad." I was like, "Cool, let me see it." And she sent me this photo, of a painting. And I open it up, and the first thing I see is a cabin with the lights in the windows, and I was like, "Oh my God, no, not Thomas Kincaid! Please don't tell me my daughter likes Thomas Kincaid paintings." And then I'd open it up further, and I'm looking at it, and it's like a cabin in the woods with lights in the windows, and the road leading up to the cabin, and a creek running by it. And a car that went off the road and its headlights are down inside the creek. And I was like, well, okay, I like this one.
So was it not a Kincaid? It was someone taking the piss out of a Kincaid.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, well, I'll show you guys what I got so far. Not a lot done. This one's going to be one of those time-consuming ones to get all the hairs. You don't have to do, when you're doing an animal, you don't have to do every hair in place. But you need to make sure that the hair is going in the right direction. You can't just randomly draw lines for hair going whatever direction you happen to be going at. That has to be right, and so that takes time, and also you don't want the strokes to be too long if you're doing a short-haired animal, because then it makes it look like it's overly shaggy, and Anyway, this is what I've done so far.
Another stunning eyeball.
A creek is a body of water that's got a car in it. And a creek is a little bubbling brook. A creek is a body of water that's got a car in it, like an old Model T, a couple old tires laying in the sand alongside of it, That's a creek. I've explained this to you before, by the way. And then a creek is like a pretty little bubbling brook through the forest, bubbling over rocks with ferns on the banks and all that kind of stuff. That's a creek. And there's a difference between a crick and a creek.
Didn't we also decide that a crick, it didn't necessarily have to be a car? It could be an old washing machine or an old piano.
Anything like that. Yeah, just your usual, rusting out garbage in the crick. Or you got to throw your line in and hope it doesn't snag on anything. Hey, Kenny. Lurking and doing water changes. Yep. You can come up if you want to, but if you're doing water changes, you probably don't. And Grandpa bathing in it. Yeah, if Grandpa's bathing in it naked, then it's definitely a crick. If there's a couple little blonde kids like swimming and splashing each other, then it's probably a creek. But if it's Grandpa skinny dipping, then it's definitely a crick. You guys, I've explained all this before. I just don't know why you guys don't get it.
Pam's art streams, where they mainly do art, but they quite often talk about the definitions of crick.
Yep, that's it.
I'm kidding.
Oh, that scared me. I looked at the temperature and it said -4, and then I realized I had switched it over to Celsius. It scared me for a second. Okay, it's 25 degrees. That's more like it.
Hang on, can you come back for a second? Did you have any drama at school today?
Was that 25 Fahrenheit?
Just wondering, so I missed it.
What's it called if I'm skinny dipping in it? That's like a loaded question, Kenny. I'm not even going to answer it. I'm going to be in trouble either way.
Units. Dang it.
Oh, I know who's missing tonight. Phoebe.
Who?
Phoebe never showed up.
Which one's Phoebe? Pardon my ignorance.
I have ignorance also.
Oh, good heavens, you scared me. Y'all can see my butt on my art Instagram.
Uh-huh.
So you have an artistic butt? Is that what you're saying?
Maybe he's performed magic and painted on it. G'day, Mooney.
Moonstone, hello.
$4:21 in the afternoon on Wednesday over here. I'm going to disappear for a second.
Yeah, I've been streaming for 2 hours and 18 minutes, so probably another 15 minutes, and I should probably call it good. Oh. 1:21 a.m. there. It's 11:22 here.
My table is like the wrong height. This bedroom table, it's Yeah. It's really actually awkward. I think I need maybe a stand up here so I can draw like up here a bit higher.
New local Austin, hello. Just did a midnight water change. Glad you guys weren't talking bad about me, but I was when I was lurking, but you didn't mention me at all, so I guess it's a neutral. That works. That works.
Pardon, mate.
Trying to pick up my pace to see if I can finish this one before the stream ends, but I may not succeed.
Don't try to rush it. You don't want to ruin it.
No, that's true.
Groomed a toy poodle pup today the size of a freaking hamster.
No.
Fully matted. Oh, poor little guy.
Should have just went straight for the, what's it called, bloody Veet or Nair. Very cruel of me to say, but you know.
Have you ever used that stuff?
Yes.
That didn't sound very certain.
Well, I haven't used it on me, so I was wondering how inappropriate that would have been to say.
Well, it probably wouldn't have been inappropriate until you mentioned that it was an inappropriate use, I suppose.
Oh no, it wasn't an inappropriate use. Just inappropriate to talk about in front of my partner, you know?
Yeah, but that's what I mean. If you just said, yeah, and even if you were like, not on myself, because like, then it wouldn't be deemed as inappropriate until you say that it's someone inappropriate in some inappropriate manner, then it becomes inappropriate. I don't know. I know what I mean. It doesn't matter. I just have been in the presence of that stuff also, and it like stinks. It like burns the hairs or something. It smells really bad.
It can be very nasty on sensitive skin as well.
Well, I don't think it's made for that sensitive skin. It's made to put on your legs and stuff.
Yeah.
Sorry, that wasn't a good move. Anyway. If you're asking my opinion.
Can we show the art that's for sale again? Yeah, Sarah, you go first. Show what you got for sale right now.
I have these guys. I was
Which
gonna
are
have
both
this guy, but I haven't
awesome.
finished it yet.
Oh, that one's going to be cool.
What was the
It's
one that's
just a
going to be
little
cool?
whale.
I'm ahead then.
It's not very far off, but it's still a little bit.
Oh, it's cool.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Very awesome. So if anybody wants to bid on one of hers, we got like start the bid at what? $10 or $20 or
Whatever we're feeling.
Pardon me.
and then I've got two little card drawings.
Mm.
Oh, wait, I should like pull you down first, huh? I've got a great horned owl. And I've got a shrimp. And
Can you make yourself bigger so we can see him better?
no,
Yeah.
I've got a shrimp.
Yeah,
And
very
I've
cool.
got a great horned owl. And I am working on a young bighorn sheep. So that's what I'm working on right now. And then
I see
and
what
these
you mean about
these
your.
two are open for auction.
I see what you mean about getting your hair right and that sheep.
Yeah.
You put a lot of hair in there already in the time.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be, exact. It just needs to be generally correct as far as length and direction. Direction is really more important than you'd think. So the direction of the pencil strokes are really important. Is there a minimum? Like $10.
Mooney, just DM Sarah on Instagram. You guys will work something out, I'm sure.
Yeah, or you can email me if you like. My if you email me at spongeprincess@hotmail.com. That's another way to contact me. I'm happy to receive and have emails on there.
All of Sarah's for $30 to start. Yeah, and mine are like $20 to start, so they aren't really worth mailing if I get less than 10.
But does that include the one that she hasn't finished, Mooney, or the two that are finished? All three of Sarah's, thank you. Right.
Oh, I see what she's saying. She bids $30 for all three of them.
A job lot.
The job lot, yes.
And that's, I guess, Sarah has to respond primarily to see if she's willing to sell them like that.
I mean, I guess so. Especially if nobody else is like in the thing of buying. The only other thing that I would say is that if anyone else was wanting to bid on something individually, that would, like, I don't know. What am I trying to say? Because then, like, yeah, sorry, go on.
Huawei's offered 20 on the Nightmare Dog.
Which one's that? Is that one?
Oh yeah, I guess so. Seems fairly fitting. Even though Huawei may have dog on the brain for some reason. So does that mean that Mooney, you're still in, say, for 20 for the other two?
And because, like, if we can have a good, because when did you say is the end of April, the expo? Because, like, I am, if I can get enough sort of a package of stuff together and we can have a deal going on, you know, I'm happy to send some stuff over, you know, so that rather than you necessarily having to outlay first, but then it can maybe be mutually beneficial in the end. So
And she says April 22nd and 23rd.
You know, if I've got like a good stash of bits, then
And just sort of like, what do you call it? Con something. Con when you put it in a store and they take some profit.
consignment.
Consignment.
Well, maybe we might do, you know, like a percentage way of working it or something like that, so that it's, you know, because I don't know what they might go for in that environment, which you might work out, but so then we just work out how the breakup would go, and I just have to do like myself up a good, you know, like just a list or something so that we can have a record of stuff. So
What's what?
yeah, so I keep track of what I've got, because I can potentially, depending how long the post takes, so I'm going to have a see. The stuff I sent last week, I think I got 2. Hang on, let me have a look at this, because I think I sent 3 with tracking, and I got 2 like messages. Yeah, so 2 of those have arrived in the United States, but the third one I haven't got a message for yet to say it's arrived there. So just be interested to see, so that so I can send things with enough time. What was that?
Yeah, that's well, for starters, that is pretty rapid. That's already in the States, 2 of them. But
Especially lots of them often take a really long time to get there.
Must be just the schedule, I guess. You might wait a week and a half for a plane to take a full plane of mail over or something.
Well, and I do guess that it is a very large, like, country, because I was thinking, but hang on, they all went on the same day to go over there. How come some of them?
She says no pressure. There are more shows.
Yeah, so even if
I mean, I'd like to sort of try and set myself a date. But yeah, so if you want to email me, then I'll sort of do we'll ramble it out on the email, and I'll have a look at what things I've got by, say, the end of this month, so that I could be really sure of being safe with postage. Post them at the beginning of April, you know. And yeah.
You've still got business cards with your Instagram and stuff on it?
Oh, well, that's a bit tricky. I dropped all my leftover cards to
the IGA.
The IGA.
Oh, excuse me.
I did get a thing from the business card place that they were having a sale actually the other day. I wonder if that's still running. But I just see, you know, I see how it goes and what I've got, and if it's going to work out, then it'll work out. And if it's not meant to be this time, then that's okay too.
Yeah, I guess the good thing as well is that if you send a parcel of a bunch of drawings over and they don't sell it, one, then they've got another one to go to. Then keep trying, and you can restock if it works out.
Sure.
Good night, Sky. Good to see you.
Night, Sky.
So where did we end up, apart from Huawei?
We're at a $20 bid from Huawei for the Nightmare Dog.
Do you want to leave the other two Moonstone until you discuss your stuff with Sarah? Probably seems sensible if you're getting a bunch sent over, apart from Sarah misses out on the $20.
Well, hopefully not in the long run, but
That's right. It's chess, not a sprint.
Pam, can you show what you have again? Okay, I've got the owl.
He keeps making me think that he's just woken up and he's a little bit grumpy.
And a mono shrimp. That's what I've got tonight. And then this one is what I've been working on, which is going to be a young bighorn sheep.
that paper just looks so nice too.
She says she'll go 40 for the other two, Sarah.
All right.
Yeah, if you don't require tracking, then 25 should be good, Huawei. If you want it tracking on it, then it's going to cost a lot more to ship. But if you don't mind not having tracking on it, then it's cheaper.
Is that still in the size range for the $3.70 tracking or whatever it was?
Yeah, all these little ones can all go in.
Oh, I thought the dog was on bigger. Was the dog only on that
Well,
little stuff?
I think that means this one.
Yeah, right. I was so confused about the size of it.
It's like,
And then Mooney bid $40 for the two that are left.
it's almost finished. It's getting there. It's very close.
How much for the owl? $20. This $20 start on them. So $20.
Yeah, we better get Sam to clarify. If Kat's confused now, I'm confused. Do we have the right one? Well,
Oh yeah, I don't know if it's the right one.
Just making sure that Nightmare Dog is actually the one that we've assigned to Huawei.
Because it could be that one because it's got floppy ears.
Yeah.
But see, this one's face kind of reminds me of Santa's Little Helper.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't before he said Nightmare Dog. When I heard that, that's when
I said the one. One. Hold them up again. He said the one on the right.
The one near the
so
one
that'd be the
your
one with
left
the floppy
hand.
ears.
Your left hand, Scunch.
This one.
Just hold it up on its own for about 10 seconds, so we get confirmation from Huawei once and for all.
And we got a bid for $50 on the owl from Travis.
Nice one, Trav. That's tops. Yes, that one says Huawei. You can relax your arm.
Nice.
Now,
glad that we've clarified.
Well, also, fingers crossed that doesn't affect Mooney's outcome as well. If she's happy that I stuffed up and called the wrong one, the wrong name.
Well, I did too.
Yeah. Mooney says good.
No, she's gonna be after you now, Wyway.
Yeah.
She's gonna be tracking you down.
Vendetta for life.
Yep. So we got a bid for $40 for the 2 drawings of Sarah's left and $50 for the owl. Oh, I love that one with the skulls. I want that one. Of course, I want a lot of your stuff, so, and you know we can't afford it, so.
I hope you've been doing your scans and stuff before you send stuff away too.
Yeah, well, I was just thinking that about some that I have to scan here. Already, but now my computer's moved, so I have to plug the scanner in. And like, it's here. It's just not plugged in. But yeah, I'll get scanning.
All right, so we can say Huawei's dog is sold.
Yep, for
Yes.
$20, but with $5 added for shipping.
Sold to Huawei. And Mooney's 2 remaining ones. Mooney, can you let us know if you want untracking or tracking?
So it makes a big difference because the untracking, you can put both of those in and it still will be cheap. But so I went the other day and it's like, to get the tracking, it's like $20 just for the shipping. But the no tracking is,
Yeah, it's because they don't have to spend every single one of the steps in the postage. They've got to scan it with their machines, so it cuts
Yeah,
out
she
all.
says
the
no tracking's fine. I always send my little cards with no tracking, and I've yet to lose any. So.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So I think I went, and it's $3.50 just for the postage for the no tracking, but $20 just for the postage for the tracking.
So yeah, just tack on a little bit on top, Mooney, for the tracking. I mean the postage, no tracking postage, untracking.
Yep, and then I'll say that the owl is sold for $50 to Travis, and that goes to my PayPal. And Travis, I'm not sure if I have. I don't think I have your address. I'm not sure if I do or not. If I don't have your address, be sure to email me your mailing address.
Nice one, Trav. And congrats to everyone who's won stuff.
And my phone just told me that Sam's money came straight through, so that knows.
He's always prompt with payment. I'll be back.
Oh, I do have his address. Okay, I do have your address, Travis. So I thought I might have it. Yeah, and I do. Yep, congratulations. You like it. It's really hard to get a picture of that one for some reason. I think you'll really like it when you get it.
Always like that. And also I did send your other one, Travis, last week. And I don't know if you were here when I was saying before that some of the things that I sent have landed and some haven't so far. So hopefully it's not very far away. I actually don't know if the not tracking postage takes longer or not. But
I don't really know if it does or not either.
we'll find out. Because I sent, on the same day, I sent like both, and I know people are in different parts of the country, so that might affect it as well. But I sent 3 with tracking and 2 with no tracking in the same batch, so I sort of get an idea from that, I guess. Or if people say that they receive them, I guess.
Yeah, I just sent out a bunch of stuff, so when people start getting it, let me know, because I always have part of me worries till I know everything's arrived okay.
Yeah, me too. Oh, there you go. I've got another message from Moonstone, so thank you guys. But yeah, so you know, it so safely has made it over to me. Nice.
And did Huawei throw up my PayPal? I think he did. Oh yeah, it's up there. Okay. Hi, June.
42. Might have, unless it's gone up again. Exchange rate was really good like 3 weeks ago. Good from our end. A few weeks ago, but I think it's been climbing back up again.
Mom, did you get the thing?
Oh no, it's still pretty shit.
I was
G'day,
going to ask
Sandy.
Dan if he got my email that I sent.
I did get the thing. Thank you, Sam.
Did Bob send the other thing from me yet? I think he said he was going to on Sunday, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he did.
Wait, what are you sending that to me for, Huawei? I'm confused. Or are you taking that business manager role of mine very seriously? G'day, June. Who else just scrolled in? Sandy Darty. I said hi to Sandy.
What can I send you, Mooney? I assume that's for you're asking about to sell at the show. I might send you a couple things. I'll see what I've got along about the middle of the month, and anything that I have, I'll go ahead and ship it down for the show.
How many times have you drawn reptiles, Pam?
Quite a few times, actually.
Yeah, I would have thought you
I've
would have
done
done
snakes
something,
and lizards and stuff.
but you sold them all. You have to start some more.
Yeah. But I can do some more.
I don't know if I need to start another drawing or not.
Oh, you know, you should consider sending in your Mooney pack. He's the do you still? Oh, you sold all the fish, didn't you? the season's fish. We sold all them off the other
There's
week,
a
didn't we?
couple of fish.
Yeah, send them too.
Well,
They've got scales,
and I was gonna put some stickers in there, and I'll try and work out what bits I've got.
Yeah, you'll have to like send me a message on how much, what percentage you want and stuff, Mooney, so I know what set price is at. Oh, hand spun yarn. Oh, my daughter would love that.
I would love hand spun yarn. What kind is it?
I'm guessing alpaca. That's a pretty popular one to hand spin, isn't it?
I do like some alpaca.
Fiber artist.
Nice.
Yeah, let me know, Mooney, because I've got, like right now, I've got this one here that I haven't really been pushing too hard on my streams. But it would probably sell pretty good over in Oregon. Pretty fast. Especially when people see it in person, because it's hard to get a really good photograph, but in person they look so much better. So that one would probably be a good one to send, but I can probably send you a few things. But you need to decide for sure how much commission you want before I set prices and stuff. But I have been streaming for almost 3 hours, so I should probably shut it down for tonight.
Well, congratulations on selling your owl, and congratulations, Scungy, for selling some stuff, and congratulations to those who successfully got the stuff.
Yep. Congratulations, everybody. And thank you, Kat and Grasshopper, for modding. And thank you, Sarah and Blackie, for saving me from being up here by myself, boring everybody.
Hey, can I just say too that it's really awesome to have a really supportive audience base and stuff.
Yes. Hi, Debs.
Nice. G'day, Debs. Hi and bye for Debs.
Yep. Thank you for everybody for coming in. And we shall see everybody on Saturday night.
Likely, highly likely.
So good night, guys. Good night, guys. And like I say, my next stream is going to be Saturday night. So thank you for coming in. Bye, everybody.
Hooroo!
Don't stand up naked yet, Blackie. I got to find the button.
Bye.